Earlier in the week, we unwrapped the standards. Could you read them for us?
Sure.
Jenny?
RLK2 with prompting and support, retell familiar stories including key details. And then RIK2 with prompting and support, identify the main topic and retell key details of a text. And then the writing standard WK1, use a combination of drawing, dictating, and writing to compose opinion pieces in which they tell a reader the topic or the name of the book they're writing about and state an opinion or preference about the topic or book.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we also agreed upon a common formative assessment and a summative assessment. And we also developed our cut, scales, and learning goals for week 1 of Unit 7. So our agenda for today is to add DQs and elements, plan for reading and writing, add text-dependent questions and text discussions, and implement our action plan for ERLA. So we'll just have to note it in our lesson plans. Yeah, can you summarize where we are?
Yep, we have been working in DQ3, we decided we're there, helping students practice and deepen new knowledge. We chose the text we're going to be using in alignment with the DQ, and now we're going to look at the elements that are desired effects and decide what strategies we're going to be using.
Okay,
So
let's go ahead and look at day 1. And we chose our text, which was Funny Bunny. We said we begin our lesson by reading the learning goal and reviewing its importance.
So I need to put 14 in here.
Element 14. Do you want me to read you the outcome?
Yes, please.
Oh, Jennifer has it out. Jennifer, can you read it?
Students can recall and describe the previous content on which the new lesson is based.
Okay. Then we'll move into reviewing the wow words. We need to write down what our wow words are. Scroll up.
I can't remember.
We have
Was it key detail, retell?
Oh
Are
yeah,
those the
they're
words?
right there. I'm gonna put wow here.
sounds good.
Good idea.
That is good.
Key detail, retell, main topic, information.
Yeah.
Key detail, retell.
And we already wrote what our common understanding would be of those words.
Yes.
So
Finish that, right? Yes.
do we also want it, do we want to take that time to have them work in their groups or by themselves to do their kid-friendly definitions?
I would like to.
I would like to
I
also.
think in groups would be great, so
Me
that
too.
they have others to
Yeah.
Yes.
bounce off from.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
So
Especially
we're
since
not-
it's new, it's like the newer words for
Right.
them.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's not the pair share, we're gonna do our cooperative groups then.
Yeah.
Right. Or maybe, I don't know.
Well,
How
what
many
direction
words
do you
are
wanna
there?
take with that?
Well,
This is our
there's
first week, right?
1, 2, 3, 4.
But we're in DQ3.
15 is
This
organizing
isn't-
students to practice and deepen
Yeah.
knowledge, so.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that works.
So,
You guys in agreement?
I think it'd be great for the groups
Me
because,
too.
you know, there are some that are going to sit there and say, I don't know what to say. And so they need a group to talk it out with.
especially because they're new
Get
words.
more ideas.
I mean, we
So-
definitely
So why don't we put
Um,
in,
talked about key details before. We've talked about some of these
Review
words
our
before,
words.
course information, main topic.
Is it really?
But have we asked
Review?
them
Is
to
this week?
define
Is this
them? No.
Right, maybe not.
but we're in DQ3.
Oh, true. Okay, so, put students into collaborative groups.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we're having them define it, so,
And illustrate it.
Right, and
See
illustrate
if they can
A
illustrate
wow
that.
word.
And have them,
Define and illustrate.
good job.
And then, share with the class.
Mhm.
Group share with the
Share.
class.
Group share.
absolutely.
Have each group share with the class.
Now, would they be in
So
element
that's-
15, right?
Yeah. Can you read me that one, Jennifer?
You ready?
Yep.
Students are able to deepen their knowledge of informational content and practice a skill, comma, strategy, comma, or process through group work.
Did we want
I
to
just
do
did.
something with going into?
Was there another book that we were planning on doing?
No, we
No.
were thinking about doing
Doing some information.
examine the similarities and differences.
Right.
Three
Between the
text-dependent
information
questions
and the-
for the. Oh,
We're gonna
never
take
mind.
yeah.
So we're talking about doing 20.
Do we want to go into 17 now?
17?
Explaining similarities and differences?
Yes,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay.
It dawns on everybody.
Why don't we do, so we're gonna use these two different books. We
Yes,
use
that's what we talked
teacher
about.
text. We use Eggs Aren't Just for the Birds and then Egg Books,
Got it in there.
or Egg Book. And then
Sorry, I need to grab
same,
it.
same thing for the beginning.
And refer
Start
back
off
to
the
the wow
lesson.
words, yeah, exactly.
3 minutes.
Review both texts.
Yes, review both texts.
Briefly review both texts.
Mhm. You do a little picture walkthrough or something.
Or you can ask them questions as you're reviewing. So what happened in this story? What
Mhm.
was it mainly about? Don't give it to them.
Let them
Let them-
talk about it.
Elicit their responses to review.
Okay.
Briefly review both texts with a picture walk. Ask students questions while doing the picture walk so that they are the ones retelling the story.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Or text, or text.
Text, yeah, no,
Story
Yeah.
slash text.
text, because we have
main
both.
idea slash, I'll put in parentheses. Main
Mhm.
idea slash topic slash details.
There you go. Covered it all.
Now,
No,
do we
it's
just
good.
want
You
to
have
do
to
it
have
as a whole group, kind of? Students can do, I'm sorry.
What do we have in there?
Or
Students' questions.
Examine and
Yeah.
explain similarities and differences to deepen their knowledge. So maybe as a whole group, do like a T-chart of the two stories and then have whatever came up in their discussions put
Mhm.
on
Yeah.
the board? Okay.
Or is it more of a Venn diagram?
I think it's more of a T
T-chart
chart
might
because
be-
they're not, I mean, there are gonna be some similarities for sure, but because this is an informational text and this is, you know,
I might do
You could do a Venn diagram.
Because I did a T-chart yesterday
It's
and
difficult.
it's difficult because there are some similarities
And they want to
they
compare.
do say similarities out when I ask them what are differences. And I want to give them some
2 minutes,
ownership
isn't it?
saying,
Yeah,
yes,
Yes, 2
you're thinking
You
about
got
the
it.
book.
right.
But I wanted to focus more on differences yesterday.
Okay, so make a T-chart or Venn diagram to examine similarities and differences between
Between both texts.
both texts.
So that's
DQ3,
17.
That's
17.
We would need to add that
Do you
in.
have that one?
Yeah, you want me to read that?
1 second. Let me put
I
these in
can-
real quick.
Even outside of this, we are also planning, you know, when we're at lunch together, we talk about science when, you know, and theme, we add all of it in and before, you know, like we said, there was an evolution with it and we had been doing writing in a different way and adding it the way we've added it now. It's kind of bringing us all together. So, like we said before, there was definitely an evolution from the beginning. Our plans don't look the same as they did from the beginning of the year till now, so.
I think one of the
So we
biggest,
tweaked it.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things we've learned to do is really take into effect those design questions and the desired effects in
Yeah,
everything that
that
we're
has
planning.
changed a lot.
Because that's what
How
has
we
to
can
run it.
incorporate that.
Right.
Otherwise, you're not gonna get your desired
And
effects.
bringing it back to the standard, like how we talked
Right.
about that a couple weeks ago in our planning when we realized what we were
We had to go back to it.
trying to do was going farther away from
Yes.
what the standard was.
We started planning and we were like, wait a minute, we're not even close to it. Like we went back and we're close to it, but we're like, wait, we got to shift back here because we're not answering our question. The children aren't answering what
It's
we.
more of a routine now
Right.
in our classrooms with not just reading and writing, but now, you know, overall in the other subject areas.